Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everybody. We enter into week 2 of me fixing your coaching offers live, just doing this here. Okay, awesome. So, already know, so this is day 8 of 30 of me fixing your coaching offers. As always, I take your I help statements. Thank you for everyone for to send it, that send them to me, and I turn them into something more clear, more confident, and definitely, most importantly, more sellable. Okay, so you already know the drill. Let's do. I have my little pouch that came from India that one of my friends gave it to me. Let's open this up. As you see, there's plenty of I have statements there to choose from. There's like one more in the corner there. Okay, awesome. Let's take one at random. Let's read it together. Okay, let's see what it says. Right, so it says, I'm trauma informed coach. Okay, awesome. I help people heal from past trauma through deep inner work and somatic practices. Okay, okay. It's giving a little bit of therapist Instagram bio season 3. Okay, I kid. I'm being cheeky, but okay. The message is there. Good message. I understand, but we need there's as you might if you've already seen some of these videos, there's three main things that we need to be more specific about. First of all, when you say people, people is literally everyone who's ever had a childhood. That is too broad, too broad. Tell me who are these people? A business that talks for everybody talks to nobody. And if you're just trying to talk to people, if you want to talk to someone, you have to call it out by their name or their thing, right? So we need to make sure that we understand who these people are, right? And then when you say heal from past trauma, okay, this is a huge kind of obsolete. So no one's like, today I shall fully heal all my traumas. That no one says that, right? So we want to make sure that we care. What does that mean as well for them? What does that mean in the day to day, right? And then towards the end, you say through deep inner work and somatic practices. Okay, that is your process. That is your mechanism. It's not the result. It's not the result that they get, right? That's the stuff that you get nerdy about, not the type of the thing that they're Googling at 1 a.m. in the morning, right? That's see, this is like technical blabble or jargon, right? That's your stuff. You love this. You love the somatic and the things. And they don't know about any of those things. So we want to make sure that we never use technical things unless your target audience already knows what do you mean by that. So I feel the depth in this, but we don't know who is it for or what actually changes in their day-to-day life, right? So that's very important for us to do. So when I'm thinking about tightening this up, let me get it again. When I'm thinking about tightening this up, I'm thinking about uh, following the formula of I help target audience to a goal without pain point, right? So here, very easily, instead of saying people, we can say, for example, I help high functioning adults with childhood trauma. So you're already selecting the people that already know they've been diagnosed. They know they have childhood trauma of some sorts, right? Maybe they're not being diagnosed, but they understand that they went through some trauma in their childhood and it's impacting their adult life right now. So I help high functioning adults with childhood trauma. Um, so instead of like just saying to heal from past trauma to deeper work now, so to feel safer in their bodies and relationships without constantly having anxiety or emotional shutdowns. That's specific. All of that is specific. And let me tell you why this way works best. Because this works because we swap the jargon for a Tuesday afternoon reality. We're talking about the real thing, right? And for example, the WHO went from just people to say high functioning adults with childhood trauma. So the overachievers who hold it together on the outside, but on the inside, they're like crumbling. That's what we're talking to. Then we also identify the goal, right? Specific. Feel safe in their bodies and relationships, because that's not what's happening right now. That's what all the somatic stuff is for. But they don't know that. They don't understand what somatic even means, right? So we need to translate it for them. And then we add the without, right? Without constant anxiety or emotional shutdowns. That's what they're actually scared of. That's what's happening. That's what they don't want to happen, right? And we need to call it out. You can keep your deep inner work and somatics in your program. Do it. It just doesn't need to be in the headline because it says nothing to the people that you're trying to talk to, right? So I think that's what's important. If you want to have kind of like and I showed this on the other ones as well, a breakdown or something that shows you how to brainstorm a little bit on your position statements. I have this really cool landing page that I worked on. No, I'm not going to ask for your email because I have no interest in bombarding you for the next 25 years. You know how that happens. You give someone your email once, and there it goes, 5 emails per day. So the only thing you ask you here is this is dynamic. So you put the information here, not your information, the information about your avatar, demographics, and then you're answering these 5 questions here. And once you do, you'll see it populates here. And all you have to do is copy this and paste it into ChatGPT or whatever platform do you use, and then it will spit out 10 different brainstorming ideas, and it will actually, out of those 10, will give you the top three and explain to you why those top three are the top three. So that's really cool. It's a really cool prompt that I came up with. Okay, I hope this is helpful. I hope this kind of sheds a light on what you're doing in terms of like coaching. Even if you're not a trauma coach, perhaps you can kind of already understand how that kind of can help as well in your specific target audience. Okay, hope this helps. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.